Welcome back to How to Coffee. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a latte and a flat white and the differences between the two. A lot of people get really confused on what the differences are between a latte and a flat white, so we're going to start by going over what makes each one what they are. So a latte typically would be in either a 10 or 12 ounce vessel, usually either a cup like this, or you could serve it in a glass. Either way looks great. It's really up to you how you want to serve them. The other thing that we make is a flat white, which again can be served in a mug or a glass. Now the main difference between a latte and a flat white really is the concentration of coffee to milk, or the coffee to milk ratio. So if I were going to be making these in my cafe, I would be doing a double shot of coffee in both of these, and this one, obviously because it's a smaller cup, would just have less milk in it. And that's the main difference. The milk texture should be pretty much the same. The coffee content is pretty much the same. It's just the concentration that varies. So for all intents and purposes, a flat white is just a short, strong latte. So we're gonna start by making a double espresso. So I've bashed out my coffee. I'm gonna wipe it out nice and clean, make sure that there's no coffee residue left inside of the group handle, and I've rinsed the group head. So I'm gonna do that for both sides. So I'm gonna fill up my hopper. I'm sure the editor is gonna love listening to that on the headphones. We're gonna give it a nice firm tap, just trying to level out all the coffee that's in the group handle. Firm tamp, nice 90-degree angle on your elbow. We don't want to be doing any little pterodactyl hands. Nice, firm, straight wrists. Once you're ready to go, plug it in, start your brew, bring your cup down, and it'll brew by itself. So for the latte in our 600 ml jug, I'm going to portion out enough milk to go just below the pour spout, and that's going to ensure that I have enough milk to work with without having loads of milk wastage. We're going to purge our steam wand before we steam every time, just to get rid of any excess water in the steam wand nozzle. And then we're going to go ahead and steam. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of texture to the milk. Once you've got enough air in there, we're just going to submerge the tip of the steam wand below the surface of the milk, creating a whirlpool effect to reincorporate that texture through the body of the milk and also finish adding all the heat to our milk that we need. Now I've got a few larger bubbles in this one, so I'm just going to give it a little love tap on the counter just to break down any excess bubbles. And then I'm going to give it a nice little swirl to reincorporate everything. I'm going to mix together our crema and the body of our espresso. I'm going to get my espresso moving, get my milk moving, make sure everything's nice and incorporated, and then we're going to start. We want to start nice and low, right in the center of our espresso, and then we're slowly going to work our way up. Once we get about 3/4 of the way full, we're going to stop. Then we're going to drop down nice and low to the surface of the milk, or the coffee, and then lift up, and you'll get yourself a nice little picture on the top. Now the most important thing to remember with pouring coffees, especially milky drinks like lattes and flat whites, is that latte art looks really nice, but it tastes like nothing. So it's much better for your coffees to taste really nice and look fine, as opposed to look really nice and taste fine. Taste is king, always. So for the flat white, when we're portioning out our milk, we don't need as much milk because we're pouring into a smaller jug. So I'm going to portion out enough milk to go about 1.5 fingers to 2 fingers below the pour spout. I'm not here to judge the size of your fingers, you can do that yourself. Again, we're gonna steam a little bit just to purge out whatever's left in the steam wand. And then same thing, we're gonna start right on the surface of the milk. Gonna add a little bit of texture in there, a little bit of air, and then we're gonna submerge the tip of the steam wand below the surface of the milk and get a nice whirlpool going. We're gonna go until that milk has a little bit of a sting to it where it's not too hot to touch but too hot to hold. Wipe our steam wand. Don't forget to wipe the bottom, right? And then flush out whatever's left. Give it a little tap on the counter, nice little swirl. And there you go. That's the difference between the two. Your flat white has the same amount of coffee in it as your latte, it's just a smaller drink. So it's going to be a shorter, stronger version of your 12-ounce or 10-ounce latte. In the next video, we're going to be making our cappuccino, so make sure that you come back real soon and see that one.